Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new chapter of My Hero Academia, which is on chapter 408. It looks like to me we get to finally finish like a little small flashback or backstory of All For One and why he must have been obsessed with Yoichi or something like that, and why he called him Yoichi. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it. All For One remembers about Yoichi, and I guess he's the one that killed him, I suppose. I don't know if that really is the case, but I think that is the case because right now, he ended up killing someone right now, and it was pretty terrible and very bad, leaving a hand behind. And All For One, and there's a narration talking about after 2 months after his brother ran away, he ended up meeting the man who took Yoichi from him. They end up exchanging stares, but there's nothing more to that. By that time, we get to see All For One holding a dismembered hand, surprisingly, which apparently I believe has to be Yoichi, etc. So I guess the guy or All For One did kill his younger brother, which is really, really bad. Just showcase what he really is in the end. But he remembers about how he felt no power in Yoichi whatsoever, and that about how he killed him, saying if after Yoichi does not submit to him, he didn't need something stolen from someone else. Which apparently, I guess that's the reason why he killed him. I guess since Yoichi got stolen away and decided not to follow him, he decides to kill him, but keeps a severed hand, which I believe has to be his own brother, Yoichi, as he calls it, which, Yoichi, apparently, as they say, is meaning, give and one, Well, that aside, going back to, All For One looking at the dismembered hand he severed or something, he remembers of how Yoichi, when he held Yoichi, he had no power, but it was so weak he couldn't even understand it. So he's trying to figure out how and why, his power didn't disappear whatsoever. We get to know for sure that Bruce, which is the third user of One For All, talks to Kudo about he has two powers within him. One is his main one, and the other one is that's very small and very insignificant, And we have to it that All For One finally deduced that the reason why his brother or Yoichi is still alive is because Kudo has Yoichi's One For All within him, and there are some two sides of this, shown about Kudo and All For One about the perspective of Yoichi, of how I couldn't stop my brother, he only views people as toys and games, and then how All For One thinks about how he spoke with his little brother, saying, you kept me alive if you only could think about the other people's feelings, and Yoichi's will now lives within him. Not to mention even All For One knows that power still exists, That's when we get to see the full flashback of how All For One was killing all of the users of One For All, and how his rule came to be, how he tried to steal One For All multiple times and it didn't work. He tried stealing it from the first user, it didn't work out. He killed Kudo, the second user, and it didn't work out. He tried stealing from the fifth user, that didn't work out. He tried stealing it possibly from N, it didn't work out, I don't know. And then later on, when All Might fought him, he took a heavy blow to the head. And All Might really delivered a powerful blow to All For One's face, that kind of thing. And that's when All For One was on the ground. And I think that's when Dr. Garaki is the one that took him away and put him into medical healing situations, that kind of thing. And we go back to present time where All For One screams out blaming Kudo for everything, and that ever since Kudo caused him trouble by taking Yoichi away from him, he actually exterminated his bloodline, killing any woman or any children that were close to him, which is kind of petty, but whatever. I guess that's how much Kudo ticked him off whatsoever, you know? And that All For One compares Bakugo to like Kudo, saying like, I'm pretty sure they didn't have those eyes, otherwise that guy is carrying on his will. It's kind of funny how people compare like Kudo to Bakugo because they have similar appearances, you know? But I guess that's not, it's just coincidence, like it transcended through time and space just to oppose me, wada wada wada. But All For One's thinking about how he's trying to get rid of Bakugo because he doesn't have much time because Tomura's nearby and All Might's nearby using a gloop warp core. But knowing that All For One knows he has to have some energy to transfer his All For One core to Shigaraki, he knows that when he faces him or meets him, it's going to be inevitable that they're going to fight each other, you know? And that All For One, having enough of this, decides to do this all in one move and decides to kill or go for the kill on like on Bakugo. And we get to see that Yoichi senses something wrong and he realizes, oh no, this is bad news whatsoever, and that All For One is going for a crazy giant attack right now, going full factor release All For One goal or something, and tries to blast himself, anyone who gets in the way, you know, that kind of thing. And that All Might and Edgeshot realizes that this guy's using all the energy he has left to propel himself and end things in one move. All Might realizing the danger, realizing that like if All For One does this, he's gonna rewind back to a baby, and that's his final gamble, which is understandable knowing that All For One does not have much time left, you know. And we had to All Might tries to tell Bakugo to dodge it, but Bakugo says, no way, I ain't running away from this. You're bound to lose with that thing, you know. And the chapter ends up there. So I guess it's confirmed, well, hopefully with better translation, that Yoichi was actually killed by All For One, his elder brother, which is really ridiculous and disgusting. But I guess he has no use for something that like that refuses to submit to him and that it was stolen from someone else. I don't know, but one thing's for certain is that All For One, I guess his obsession even after death of his physical body of Yoichi can no longer was not gone for good. He knows that his power still is there, and that's why he's trying to get Yoichi to come to his side, I guess. I don't know. One thing's for certain is that he tried getting it from the second user. It didn't work out. The third user, he killed him. He tried getting it from the fifth user. That didn't work out. And then the sixth user, he killed easily. And then when it comes to Nana, that didn't work out. When it comes to All Might, he gets terribly badly injured whatsoever, and you know that's why he is. And then you know, go back to present time, All For One comparing Bakugo to Kudo and gets very angry, knowing that he doesn't have much time. He decides to go full on release and go freaking like nuclear propelling mode, you know. And Bakugo's like, okay, let's go for it. Let me show you what I can do then, you know, that kind of thing, and so forth. So yeah, pretty much, you know, All For One. This finishes off All For One's backstory, you know, his obsession with One For All, you know, and despite, you know, him killing Yoichi, he still wants to take him to his side, yeah, yeah, whatever. So, I don't know how Bakugo's gonna handle this because, you know, we'll have to see. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. So, I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!